It's time to dust off your favourite chair and sit in front of the big screen TV. Get a drink in your hand because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Your number one host, the Thunder from Down Under, a band on a quest to make money for beer. Sparring DK presents Relegation Regen Rebuild, PSG. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Regenairo Award. Now you guys have been voting all season on the best players as voted by you guys, and those votes will go into this and we'll see who takes the Regenairo trophy for the season, sort of a player trophy. We already know that Arne has won the player of the season in the career mode. Will he take the Regenairo Award as well? There's a few dark horses floating around, but let's get into this count. So we start with game number 1, and the first points on the board go for the right back in Weber. 2 votes in for Arnaez, and 3 votes for the Brazilian striker in Amaral. Game number 2, we've got 1 vote for Amaral, 2 votes for Arnaez, and it's 3 votes for Pedro Jesus. Okay, man of the match performance there for Pedro. We move in to game number 3 now, and we've got 1 vote in for the goalkeeper, Rossi. 2 votes for Arnaez, he's picking up a few 2 voters, and 3 votes for Conceição. Well, he's no longer at the club, but he's got himself 3 points here. Well done. Right, we move into game number 4. Arnaez already out in front by 2 points, but in game number 4, we've got 1 vote for Cedric Villay. He's moved on. 2 votes again there for Arnaez, and it's 3 votes for the Brazilian striker in Amaral. So a bit of a 2-horse race here opening up early on in the count. We move into game number 5. We've got 1 vote for Cesar Valente, 2 votes for Arnaez, and 3 votes for Amaral. So the big boys getting the votes here. Game number 6, we've got 1 vote for Ribeiro. 2 votes come in for Cassell. That's 3 votes. It's the captain, Arnaez, top of the leaderboard. Right, game number 7, we've got 1 vote for the Australian in Clark. 2 votes for Yannick Rousset, he's moved on from the club. And 3 votes come in for the Canadian in Michaels. Right, we move in to game number 8 now. We've got 1 vote in for Cassell. 2 votes in for the German centre-back in Schulter. And it's 3 votes in for Amaral. Well, is he the dark horse to take down Arnaez to 13 points? Game number 9, we've got 1 vote for Pedro Jesus. 2 votes come in for Ribeiro. And it's 3 votes for the goalkeeper, Rossi. Game number 10, we've got 1 vote for Schulter. 2 votes come in for Pedro Jesus. And it's 3 votes. It's the skipper, Arnaez, back to the top of the leaderboard. Game number 11, it's 1 vote for Cassell. 2 votes, Conceição once again. And it's 3 votes. It's the skipper. He's started to move away up to 19 points. Right, we move into the first cup competition. I think we got knocked out in the first round. But 1 vote comes in for Michaels. 2 votes for Dehan. I think he's left the club. And it's 3 votes for Cesar Valente. Right, time for game number 12. We've got 1 vote for Schulter, 2 votes for Arnaez, and 3 votes come in for Amaral. Game 13, it's 1 vote for Rossi, 2 votes for the American in Olsen, and 3 votes. Amaral closes the gap. Game number 14, we've got 1 vote in for Oscar Allen, 2 votes come in for Arnaez, and it's 3 votes for Pedro Jesus. Game number 15, we've got 1 vote in for Rossi, 2 votes. Arnaez, 3 votes. Amaral. Game number 16, we've got 1 vote in for Lars de Vet, 2 votes in for Debogo, and it's 3 votes for Schmitty. Game number 17, it's 1 vote in for Schulter, 2 votes come in for the skipper again, Arnaez, and 3 votes. Pedro Jesus goes into double figures. Game number 18, we've got 1 vote in for Cassell, 2 votes come in for PC Mock, and it's 3 votes. It's Arnaez, he's on to 30, he's running away with it. Game number 19, we've got 1 vote in for Ribeiro, 2 votes come in for Cassell, and 3 votes. It's the American, George Olsen. Game number 20, we've got 1 vote in for Rossi, 2 votes come in for Cassell, and it's 3 votes for Pedro Jesus. Game number 21, we've got 1 vote in for Arnaez, 2 votes come in for PC Mock, and it's 3 votes. It's Amaral. Move into the second cup competition first round, and we've got 1 vote in for George Olsen. 2 votes come in for Michaels, and it's 3 votes for Debogo. Game number 22, 1 vote, Arnaez. 2 votes come in for Weber. 3 votes, it's the goalkeeper, Rossi. He goes to double figures. Game number 23, it's 1 vote for Rossi, 2 votes, Amarel, 3 votes. It's the big dog, Arnaise. Game number 24, we've got 1 vote in for Michaels, 2 votes come in for DeBogo, and 3 votes. It's the American, Olsen. Game number 25, we've got 1 vote for George Olsen. He goes to double figures. 2 votes for Arnaise, starting to push away. And 3 votes come in for the goalkeeper, Rossi. Game 26, 1 vote for Cassell. 2 votes for Arnaise. 3 votes for Amarel. Well, Arnaise getting a lot of points here. I'm not sure he's going to be caught, but Amarel putting in a good shift. Game number 27, we've got 1 vote for Arnaise. 2 votes come in for DeBogo. 3 votes for Rossi, and he moves into 3rd position. Right back to the cup competition, and we've got 1 vote in for Schmitty. 2 votes come in for Olsen, and there's 3 votes for the Dutch striker, Mike Mulder. Game 28, 1 vote for Cassell. 2 votes come in for Amarel, and there's 3 votes. That's the big dog again. Arnaise up to 43 points. Now, to put this into context, Arnaise played 35 games with an average rating of 8.2 over an entire season. That's crazy, and that's probably why he's getting a lot of votes here from you guys at home. Game 29, we've got 1 vote in for Barbier, 2 votes for PC Mock, 3 votes, George Olsen, starting to get up the leaderboard. Game number 30, 1 vote for Ribeiro, 2 votes for Arnaise, 3 votes, Schulter. Right, we move into the 3rd round of the cup competition. We've got 1 vote in for Hendricks, 2 votes come in for Tigmaui, and 3 votes are in for Sorrow, so these boys won't affect the leaderboard. Right, we've got 8 games of voting to go, and Arnaise is out to a considerable lead. It was to be expected, to be fair, but will anyone be able to run him down? Game 31, we've got 1 vote in for Amarel, 2 votes for Cassell, 3 votes for Pedro Jesus. He goes to 18 points and back into 3rd position. Game number 32, we've got 1 vote in for Ribeiro, 2 votes come in for Arnaise, and it's 3 votes for Pedro Jesus. He goes into the 20s. Game number 33, we've got 1 vote for Cassell, 2 votes for Arnaise, 3 votes, George Olsen, and he goes into 4th. Game number 34, can't see anyone catching Arnaise now, really up to the minor placings. But we get 1 vote in for Cassell, 2 votes, plus Arnaise again, he's into the 50s, and it's 3 votes for Dammer, his first points of the season. Game number 35, we've got 1 vote for Cesar Valente. 2 votes come in for Amarel. 3 votes, it's that man again, Arnaise. He has dominated this competition this season, and you can see now that he is the fan favourite as well. No one's going to catch him. We could pretty much give it to him, but there's still a few more points to give out. Game number 36, it's 1 vote. Oh, there he is again, Arnaise. 2 votes come in for Pedro Jesus, and it's 3 votes for the centre-back in Schulter. Second last game of the regular season, game 37, we've got 1 vote for DeBogo. He hits double figures. 2 votes in for Rossi, 3 votes for Amarel, 38 points. Final game of this season, 1 vote for Olsen, 2 votes for Rossi, 3 votes for Ribeiro. Right, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Arnaise has taken the Regenairo. He was the player of the season. He's absolutely dominated from your votes at home. 55 points. He will take the Regenairo here in season number 4. Now, we won't have the Regenairo for season 5 as we will be doing an accelerated season once again. But thank you to the 200 or 300 of you that do constantly vote on the videos. I really do appreciate that you are having that interaction with the channel. But Arnaise there, the Regenairo winner for season number 4. That's where we leave the video. Thank you very much. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one. This video is powered by Neurotech and their product Clarity. Now you can jump over to their website now, use the discount code DK10 for 10% off your next purchase. And I highly recommend this product. I use it every single day. It increases your energy, your focus, while reducing fatigue and stress. If you want to know how I get out all these videos and keep that work going, this is the product for you. So go and check it out. All the information that you need is on at that website. If you feel like making a purchase, chuck in at that discount code for 10% off. Now, if you are looking for more fresh content to check out, you can click one of these two videos. If you feel like subscribing, well, there's a button right there. Make sure you put on that notifications bell, and we'll see you next time.